Coming up next on CBS Sports, Game 3 of the NBA Finals.
Round 1 belonged to the defending champions. They had a game plan, but it did not include having to fight Portland to the very end. It took the hearts of champions to win this one. And in the end, it took a little guy to finish off the challengers. Isaiah Thomas said, "Jump on my back, boys. We're going for another ring." The Portland Trail Blazers have hearts of champions to be. And in Game 2, they relied on poise and patience to beat the Pistons on Detroit's court. Detroit may want another ring, but when the final bell rang on Game 2, it was Portland sizing their ring fingers. Suddenly, Portland has the home court advantage, and suddenly people are now predicting a long, hard-fought ordeal. Nobody's won the war yet as we glide into the third battle, tied at 1. The NBA Roadshow has moved to the Pacific Northwest. We've landed in Portland, Oregon, a city that hasn't hosted a finals in 13 long years. Not that they didn't have anything planned anyway. This city is happening this weekend, folks. The Rose Festival is underway, surely to prove that Pasadena's is only an imitation. In short, with everything going on this week, the city of Portland is on a ride of a lifetime. For more reasons than basketball, this is the place to be. So come on in to the Portland Memorial Coliseum, where the fans go to work at the tip and don't stop until the final buzzer. The 1990 NBA Finals, Game 3 between the world champion Detroit Pistons and the Portland Trail Blazers. And good afternoon, everybody. I'm Pat O'Brien. Well, here we are. We've arrived with a series that's all tied up. The next 3 games are all right down there, and so you can imagine how happy the Trailblazers are about that. Let me tell you how happy they are. They haven't lost in this building in the playoffs this year, and the Detroit Pistons haven't won in this building since the year Richard Nixon resigned from the presidency back in 1974. That's how happy Portland is. As for Detroit, under any circumstances, Game 3 is a nightmare for the visitors, and here, let me give you a sample of how this crowd operates. This was moments ago when their beloved Trailblazers came on stage. And that, ladies and gentlemen, was the warm-up. The main event isn't far away, and the man who will be your eyes and ears, not that he'll hear anything, on the floor is Dick Stockton. Dick?
All right, Pat, thank you very much. A big story here. The best defensive player on the best team is not going to start and likely will not even play today. Dennis Rodman, after aggravating a sprained ankle in Game 2 on Thursday, says it's the worst it has been. So Mark Aguirre, who is no stranger to a starting role, will be in the lineup for the Pistons. Rodman clearly has not been himself if you watch the first 2 games. He is the spark of the Pistons, and clearly the spark is not there, and Rodman even admits it himself.
In which, if I'm not 110%, I'm going to try to go out there and play anyway and try to do something and help this team. Maybe a key rebound, maybe a key stop. And it seems like I'm kidding myself and saying, hey, you're going to do that. But I keep hoping that maybe one of these games I'm going to do it. But, you know, it's frustrating. I know I can't do it. I can't do it. I won't admit to myself. I won't admit to the coaches. But it just seems like that I'm not capable of giving that spark to the team.
So they're going to hold him out, and they're going to play him on Tuesday. And UB Brown, what does it mean now with Rodman out of there and Aguirre in the lineup?
Well, naturally, you get more offense. Aguirre has scored over 20 points a game all throughout his career. But the place that it will be tested will be defensively. Can he keep Jerome Kersey off of both backboards and then catch up to him when Portland explodes into that dynamic fast break?
Hubie, what does it mean? 20 straight wins there for Portland over Detroit on the home court. You're an ex-coach. What does it mean?
Yeah, well, you know, during the course of the season, it's only one game. It could be the beginning of a trip or at the end of playing 4 or 5 games in 7 days. Now, Detroit, the pressure is on them. They're going to be here for 7 days, play 3 basketball games. The issue will be, can they take care of the boards? Can they smother the transition game? That's what it's going to be all about.
Chuck Daly says, don't blame me for all 20. I've only been here for 7 of those losses. But, Pat, I'll tell you one thing. This is about as an electric an atmosphere as we've seen in any NBA Finals. Back to you.
I won't argue with that, Dick. You know, Portland's nickname is Rip City, taken from the old days around here. When every time a Portland ball ripped through the net, they would cry, Rip City, like that. And this afternoon, as you travel around the Coliseum, you just know that the rallying cry will not only be Rip City, but rip another city called Detroit. It's game 3, and boy, are they ready here. We'll be back with more after this. Stay with us from Portland.
CBS Sports coverage of Game 3 of the 1990 NBA Finals is sponsored by Miller Lite, bringing you the exciting conclusion of the Tour de Light. The Hartford, the insurance people of ITT. When you need us most, we're at our best. And by today's Chevrolet, who invite you to see why nobody's winning like the heartbeat of America.
This is it. After 2,986 miles, the Tour de Light, the race to win America's favorite light beer, has reached New York.
Excuse me, fellas. I'm looking for New York. Big place, tall buildings. Subway?
This is when many cyclists say they hit the wall, but they push on. Why? Because it's there, at the finish line, a lifetime supply of Miller Lite. They are all still in this thing. Well, everybody except Woody Harrelson. Apparently, he is still on that shortcut.
All right, looking good.
These guys would not push themselves for just any beer. Only the less filling beer that really tastes great. Here they come. It's anybody's race. I don't believe it. Woody wins. And so, what was it that drove these guys across America? The quest for Miller Lite, America's favorite light beer.
Looks like they're going to need more Miller Lite.
Like a lot of business people, I thought all insurance companies were the same. Believe me, there's a world of difference out there. I know, because thanks to the Hartford, we survived the kind of fire that would have wiped out most companies. But with the Hartford's people behind my business, we met payroll. We got back on our feet. So please, don't tell me all insurance companies are the same. They're not.
ITT Hartford. When you need us most, we're at our best.
Scratch the door of a full-size Chevy half-ton pickup. Scratch a full-sized Ford half-ton, which gives you better rust protection. This environmental chamber packs the results of 2 years of weather into just 25 days. Both trucks have two-side galvanized steel, but Chevy has more. So all you have to do is scratch the surface to see. Nobody's winning like
the heartbeat of America. Today's truck is Chevrolet.
And welcome back to the Memorial Coliseum here in Portland. Pom-poms and signs all over the place. The lineup: Mark Aguirre and James Edwards up front for the Pistons. Joe Dumars and Isaiah Thomas in the backcourt, and Bill Laimbeer. Chuck Daly trying to win 2 in a row. For the Trailblazers, Jerome Kersey and Buck Williams, the forwards. Terry Porter and Clyde Drexler at guard, and Kevin Duckworth. Rick Adelman, the head coach. This is where the Blazers want to be, back home, and right now let's send you to James Brown. JB?
All right, Dick, thank you very much. And it's obvious that these Portland Trailblazer fans are intent on showing all of America just what hometown team support is all about. Now, today's packed house is the 579th consecutive sellout here, the longest current string of any in professional sports. And despite the fact that this is the second smallest arena of the 27 around the league, the fans here, with some justification, feel they are the loudest. Now, you talk to the Blazer players, they say the fans provide healing power. This is the closest thing to a good old-fashioned gym. Not an arena, but a gym. And whatever shooting or rebounding ills plague them on the road, It's all cured when they come back to the noise den. Now, assuming they can hear me, let's go back to my colleagues, Dick and Hubie.
We can, JB, but barely. They're the officials, Jake O'Donnell, Jess Kersey, and Joe Crawford. Blazers in white, Pistons in blue. Portland hasn't lost a home game yet in this year's playoffs.
A simple demonstration on how long AC Delco parts can help your car last. How long can AC Delco Auto Parts help your car or truck last? A good long time. AC Delco. It's like buying time.
It's powerful. It's 110% protection. Speed Stick deodorant, made just for a man. It has no alcohol to evaporate. Its protection doesn't fade. Speed Stick, 110% protection.
Buy many.
You don't have to be crazy about home projects to buy a Black & Decker cordless screwdriver or cordless screwdriver plus. You just have to have a screw loose.
Rock and roll is okay, but I prefer draft.
Awesome.
Wait a second. Shady Acres was supposed to get the Coke, and the frat house was supposed to get the Pepsi.
Coke, Pepsi, what's the difference?
I-24.
This is radical.
Monday, an old flame heats up the Major's life.
Mac, I want you.
And brings Polly's temper to a boil on Major Dance.
Hey, I'm only human.
The bigger than ever, better than ever 1991 Chevy S10 Blazer 4-door.
We wanted a motel, but Dad said camping's a thing. And my brother came along. Yuck!
Now America's best-loved sport utility vehicle gives you 25% more cargo room and 100% more doors.
But so did my best friend Linda.
The 4-door Chevy S10 Blazer. Come open one up and see why nobody's winning like the heartbeat of America.
We talked till midnight.
Today's truck is Chevrolet.
Dean Witter believed one thing that should distinguish his brokers is their ability to listen.
Listen not only to what our clients say, but what they mean.
I have a vision about retirement.
Each client has a level of comfort.
You know me, I'm a planner.
There is no greater dividend a firm can earn than the confidence of its clients.
Help me make some good decisions.
There are many ways to measure success.
We measure success one investor at a time.
Hi, it's Cousin Harry from America. I'm on my way and I'll see you tomorrow.
The world has gotten smaller. We want to see it and talk to it. The new AT&T Universal Card helps make it all possible. It's Visa or MasterCard and the power of AT&T. The AT&T Universal Card. One world, one card.
Next Saturday, the Red Sox face the Orioles, or see the Padres take on the Dodgers. This summer, it's baseball on CBS.
It's not just a game. It's a mystery. An adventure. It's you against rudeness, influence, itchy, and a motley crew of criminals in McDonald's Dick Tracy Crime Stopper game. Solve crimes. Catch crooks. Collect rewards like food or cash, up to $1 million. Dick Tracy, the movie is in theaters.
I'm on my way.
The game is at McDonald's.
If you don't like the looks of your car, shoot it with Son of a Gun from STP. Shoot the dash, seats, tires, and roof. Son of a Gun protecting. Man, what a difference.
Nobody can give you a price to repair your exhaust system until they check from here to here. At Midas, you get a free inspection. Then a guaranteed estimate with the price you can believe. Nobody beats Midas. Nobody.
No down payment, $233 a month, 48 months. Now from your Tri-County Pontiac dealers, a Grand Prix exclusive that makes GMAC Smart Lease even smarter for you. A brand new 1990 Grand Prix LE Coupe, especially equipped with air, automatic, stereo cassette, tilt wheel, and more. Yours now. No down payment, $233 a month. It doesn't get any smarter than this. Quality Pontiac. Art Moran, Southfield. For Packer, Pontiac.
He gets it out deep, and Havlicek steals it. Over to Stan Jones. It's all over. Sonny Havlicek stole the ball.
Won't start until it's clutch. They'll have to throw it up. Garher, turnaround, shot in the air. It's good. I don't believe it.
2 seconds. 1 second. West throws it up. Jerry West made it from the other side of the midcourt stripe.
NBA acting has always been fantastic.
The All-Star Game, this summer on CBS.
Even the most remote areas of the country can now be reached at the following number.
Save $500 on Jeep Wrangler during the National Jeep Sale.
This is it. After 2,986 miles, the Tour de Light, the race to win America's favorite light beer, has reached New York.
Excuse me, fellas. I'm looking for New York. Big place, tall buildings. Subway?
This is when many cyclists say they hit the wall, but they push on. Why? Because it's there. At the finish line, a lifetime supply of Miller Lite. They are all still in this thing. Well, everybody except Woody Harrelson. Apparently, he is still on that shortcut.
All right. Looking good.
These guys would not push themselves for just any beer. Only the less filling beer that really tastes great. Here they come. It's anybody's race. I don't believe it. Woody wins. And so, what was it that drove these guys across America? The quest for Miller Lite, America's favorite light beer. Looks like they're going to need more Miller Lite.
Some people think they don't need to use Armor All Protectant. But look what they have to go through to protect their dash, seats, and tires. Sure, you could just drive your car to work. But remember, only Armor All works like Armor All.
Worried about property taxes? Don't count on John Engler for help. For 20 years, he's been promising us lower property taxes. Engler, just another politician.
WRIF. Ooh, you have a remarkable mouth.
WRIF is a remarkable radio station.
Baby.
Now you can get $300 cash back when you make your best deal and save on a deluxe Bryant air conditioning and heating system. Call the Bryant Merit dealer nearest you.
So the new Eagle Talon is all you'll drive. Is there a reason why?
It's all-wheel drive.
I know, but why?
It's all-wheel drive.
I know, but why?
Did you know Eagle Talon is one of Automobile Magazine's top 10?
Talon has won several prestigious automotive awards, so what's one more?
Car and Driver's 10 Best.
From the Far East to Europe. Across the Caribbean and throughout North America, only one airline covers so much of the world with so much warmth.
When the folks are away, it's my responsibility to keep the clan alive. And that's why I stress the two major food groups, pizza and cheeseburgers. And now Pizza Hut has made my job simple with the new double cheeseburger pizza. Check this out. It's loaded with beef topping and cheese, and I can also get it with bacon. And when I get one for $8.99, I get a second for just $4 more. And that means tomorrow's breakfast is already made. Pizza Hut, making it great.
I've set the time machine ahead 40 years.
Cold filtered, never heat pasteurized Miller Genuine Draft.
Don't worry, Judy. I'm sure the future will be a very cool place.
For those who discovered its real draft taste, the world is a very cool place.
It worked.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Everything's going my way.
CBS This Morning, weekdays.
This is a test. 5, 4. So get ready. July 10th.
Heading.
Going to left. 6, 7. During the All-Star Game.
Rewind.
Run to a television for a 60-second preview of the new CBS fall season.
Everyone will be there.
Are you ready yet? Get ready, because here we come. Stop.
CBS Sports presents The Prudential at the Half, sponsored by the companies of the Prudential. Come to the Prudential and build your future on the rock.
The breathtaking scenery from the Pacific Northwest. We are in Portland, Oregon, and the Trailblazers are behind by 7, 58-51. And hi again, everybody. I'm Pat O'Brien, and once again, welcome to the Prudential at the Half. Well, during the 1980s, this time of year, we all talked about L.A.-Boston, that matchup. Well, we're in the 90s now, and we're still leading the show with L.A.-Boston, but for different reasons. In Boston, at the half has learned that Chris Ford will be named head coach of the Boston Celtics. Ford has been a Celtic assistant for 7 years. Now, out in Los Angeles, all eyes are on Pat Riley as they wait for him to make up his mind regarding his future with the Lakers. But at the half has learned that Pat Riley is gone, and that come this week, the new head coach will be Mike Dunleavy. Dunleavy has been an assistant with the Milwaukee Bucks for 3 years. Now, Coach Dunleavy is in charge of Showtime. Let's now go international and look what's going on abroad. In Florence, Italy, the United States playing Czechoslovakia in the World Cup. The red, white, and blues' first appearance since 1950 in the coming-out party was spoiled as they lost 5-1. Let us show you as Tomas Grabi scored 2 goals, including this first one, which put Czechoslovakia up 1-0 in the 26th minute. The Czechs went on to display the biggest scoring outburst thus far in the World Cup. Next up for the United States is Italy, the host nation. They'll meet Thursday in Rome. Let's go to Paris now, where the men's final in the French Open is over. And it was 4th-seeded Andres Gomez from Ecuador defeating 3rd-seeded Andre Agassi of the United States in 4 sets, 6-3, 2-6, 6-4, 6-4. Match point at Roland Garros. Gomez serving, and he wins it with a passing shot down the lane. And this is his first Grand Slam title in his 12 years on the tour. And he picks up $370,000 along the way. In golf at the Western Open, Butler National Golf Club in Oak Brook, Illinois, it was Wayne Levy shooting at 3 under par 69 today to finish 13 under by 4 strokes over Payne Stewart. The 11th hole, Levy from the rough. How would you like to have this in your arsenal? Chips into birdie, goes 16 under, and he wins $180,000 and a conversation for the rest of his life about that one. Well, we were all talking about the Lakers earlier. Magic Johnson is not in the finals this year, but he continues to be honored. Here's James Brown.
We're here today to present an award to a very special man. He's a man whose team has achieved unsurpassed excellence over the past decade. He's also a player who has never focused on statistics, but winning, and only winning. His leadership abilities and unselfishness have helped the Los Angeles Lakers capture 5 NBA championships in the 80s and the league's best regular season mark this year. On and off the court, he's been at the forefront of the NBA's rise in popularity. And here today to do the honors for the man is Kevin Wolf of the Miller Brewing Company.
Thank you, James. For the 2nd consecutive season, the Miller Lite CBS Player of the Year, as selected by the CBS Sports Production staff, is none other than Irvin Magic Johnson of the Los Angeles Lakers. Congratulations.
Thank you.
On behalf of Miller Lite, I'd first of all like to tell you what a great, great season. I'd also like to donate, in your name, a check in the amount of $5,000 to the Michigan State University General Scholarship Fund. Again, congratulations on a great season.
Thank you. I'd like to thank CBS as well as Miller Lite for this award. Also, those other guys like Michael Jordan and Charles Barkley and Ewing for putting all this pressure on me to have a great season. And my teammates and coaching staff, for without them, this award wouldn't have been possible for myself. In ending, I'd like to thank CBS for all the great coverage of the NBA. That only not goes for myself, but for all my peers and the NBA commissioner, everybody. It's been like a marriage in heaven, so thank you. All right, Magic, and on behalf of CBS and fans everywhere, congratulations on an outstanding season.
All right, thank you, and thank you for the nice words, Magic. Thanks for the memories. I'm sure there's more to come. Just in now at the half, Buster Douglas just signed to fight Evander Holyfield for the WBA World Heavyweight title, a $32.1 million deal. We'll have much more from Portland Memorial Coliseum as At the Half rolls on in the daytime after a commercial. And a word for your local station. Stay with us.
Ladies and gentlemen, I wish my old partner was here tonight, because this used to be our song. I have everything.
All my dreams come true. In my arms, soft and bomb, bring the hope for two.
In the movies, happy endings are easy, but in the real world, they take solid planning. So for investment advice, peace of mind, even buying or selling a home, come to the companies of the Prudential and build your future on the rock.
Take one hard-bitten cop, put him in a classroom, and it's a textbook for murder.
There is a man to be reckoned with.
On Murder, She Wrote. Then, a fantasy come true, Raquel Welch stranded on a desert island with one man until they came and started Trouble in Paradise tonight.
Fans, pick the starting teams. Vote for your favorites in the USA Today CBS All-Star Sweepstakes. Your chance at $25,000 and more. Ballots Tuesday and Wednesday in USA Today.
This is CBS.
Over a lifetime, the average American will be involved in 5 automobile accidents. But accidents don't necessarily mean injuries. A TRW airbag can help protect you in a head-on collision. Used with a seatbelt, an airbag gives you a better chance of walking away. TRW.
They say Detroit moves to a different beat. From Motown to Motor City, it's a tough, hard-working place. Northwest Airlines is every bit as hard-working. We've committed millions into making Detroit an international gateway, and it's paying off. With 7,000 Detroit employees working to make every trip effortless, we fly to over 220 places you need to go every day. Northwest Airlines, working harder to serve Detroit better.
When I'm on my way to a game, the last thing I need are problems. So I trust my Ford Explorer to get me there in style in all kinds of weather.
Get 7-9 financing for up to 48 months or $1,500 cash back on Bronco 2. Plus 7-9 financing for up to 48 months or $1,000 back on Ranger.
When it's time to celebrate, I'll kick back in my Thunderbird. With commitment like this, you can trust your Metro Detroit Ford dealers.
Village, Michigan, east of Telegraph. Mike Dorian, Gratiot, south of Metro Parkway. Flannery, Highland, and Airport. Avis, Telegraph, and 12 Mile.
Eli Zarek with live interviews and comments from Portland after the game.
Grabbed by Doherty, puts it up and in.
This radio is how I see players like Brad Doherty, Mark Price, and Larry Nance. I'm Gordon Gunn, co-owner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. 20 years ago, I was blinded by a disease called retinitis pigmentosa. RP affects hundreds of thousands, and as yet, there is no cure. But there is a winning team looking for that cure. The RP Foundation Fighting Blindness. Learn more by calling this number.
Back in Portland, Oregon, on the banks of the Willamette River, and Detroit leads the Trailblazers 58-51. Let's go quickly to James Brown. JB?
All right, Patrick, thank you very much. Chuck, Vinnie Johnson, a warm first half indeed, but how does that fit into the total scheme of things for you?
Well, we needed that lift off the bench, and he gave us 6 field goals, and if we can do a little better job of shutting down their second shots, they got 8 second shots, particularly in the first quarter, and they're running at us. We're in pretty good shape.
Comfort level right now?
Not bad, but we know what the second half's all about.
All right, Chuck, thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, let's go back to Dick Stockton.
All right, JB, and when you consider the fact that Dennis Rodman not in the lineup, their best defensive player, and yet Detroit showed some very impressive defensive work because just about all of the Portland point attempts have been inside. David Greenwood deserves a lot of credit coming off the bench, has hardly played at all in the playoffs, doing a terrific job indeed. Let's take a look now at our halftime statistics. Detroit out shooting Portland, and Dumars off to a good start, 6 for 10 from the field. And the bench, Vinnie Johnson coming alive finally with 15 points, a big 21-8 edge there after Portland outscored Detroit's bench in Game 2. And the guards are also doing it today for Detroit. The leading scorers, Vinnie Johnson for the Pistons, and Duckworth has 12 along with Terry Porter. So we'll be back with the second half of Game 3 of the NBA Finals with the Pistons leading the Trailblazers by 7.
The Prudential at the Half has been sponsored by the companies of the Prudential. Come to the Prudential and build your future on the rock.
Did you know that there is a belief in business today that some long-distance companies can save you lots of money over AT&T? But this has grown way out of proportion, especially if you're a small business. Look at it this way. When you compare the other guys' long-distance rates next to AT&T long-distance, you'll find you can get AT&T quality at extremely competitive prices. And there's nothing inflated about that.
Hello?
Value, another AT&T advantage.
A Motorcraft spark plug has to fire 500 times a minute. Over its life, that's a spark 5 miles long. Shouldn't you install that peace of mind? Motorcraft quality parts from Ford.
When you have these, why would you need a Black & Decker power ratchet? Because it's faster, easier, and works in lots of places manual wrenches can't. The Black & Decker power ratchet. It's really turning a lot of heads.
It's not just a game. It's a mystery. An adventure. It's you against Bruneface, Influence, Itchy, and a motley crew of criminals in McDonald's Dick Tracy Crime Stopper game. Solve crimes, catch crooks, collect rewards like food or cash, up to $1 million. Dick Tracy, the movie is in theaters.
I'm on my way.
The game is at McDonald's.
3 years ago at this time, I introduced you to the tragic story of Mike Helms. He was a collegiate star with plenty of promise. And Helms is a great shooter. But his career path was blocked by drugs. Today, Mike Helms is finished serving his time. 5 years behind bars at this correctional facility. Now, with the support of his family, he is quietly making the difficult transition back into society.
Staying clean is the toughest thing I've ever done. But I'm going to make it. And I'm going to try to reach out to the young people and help them avoid the same pitfalls that I have. Hard-headedness cost Lynn Byers his life. Cost Dexter Manley his...
Given another shot, Mike Helms is staging one of the greatest comebacks the game has ever seen.
We're in a must-win situation, and we're all in it together.
CBS Sports coverage of Game 3 of the 1990 NBA Finals is sponsored by McDonald's. You know the one. It's McDonald's for food, folks, and fun. Garden Grip Garden Tools from True Temper, the great escape from yard work. And by Ford and your Ford dealer. Have you driven a Ford lately?
Welcome back to Portland and inside the full Coliseum. Portland trailing Detroit 58-51. A few moments ago, Hubie Brown had a chat with Rick Adelman, the Trailblazers head coach.
Rick, you survived foul trouble and a very difficult half shooting. Where's the emphasis?
Well, Hubie, I think we got to defend them. I didn't think we defended them very well at all. We let Vinnie Johnson get started. We gave him wide open jump shots. We just weren't very active, it seemed, after our guys went out with the foul trouble and came back in. We didn't pick up our aggression. And if we don't do that, this team's going to continue to shoot well.
Bilson, best of luck.
Thank you, Hubie.
And a few moments ago, Dale Brown, the head coach of LSU, had a chat with Chuck Daly on the way for Chuck going to his bench. Talking about foul trouble, you're so right, Hubie, because the front line picked up 2 early fouls and no more. Although Cliff Robinson and Mark Bryant on the bench have 3 personals. David Greenwood, the only one with 3 for the Pistons.
You don't get to be number 1 by standing still.
Ford trucks, the best ever ran.
Only Ranger has Ford's exclusive touch drive to let you go in and out of 4-wheel drive at the touch of a button. No wonder Ranger is leaving Chevy in the dust.
Ford trucks, the best ever rest.
The best-built, best-selling American trucks are built Ford tough.
We tested in laboratories. We tested on the asphalt, in the parks, and on the road. We tested when it's 102 and there's no shade. And we found that when you lose fluids, minerals and energy, nothing puts them back better than Gatorade. It's been proven again and again. But just to keep us on our toes, we test it every Sunday in front of 30 million people.
Okay. But just suppose another tornado rips up our Meadville plant. Then what? Or suppose we have a string of accidents, like we did in '86. Suppose I get sick again. Would another insurance company come through like the people from the Hartford? I doubt it. And after 14 years, this fella is not about to find out.
ITT Hartford. When you need us most, we're at our best.
Next Saturday, the Red Sox face the Orioles or see the Padres take on the Dodgers. This summer, it's baseball on CBS.
In 13 cities in 10 countries across the Pacific, they're playing our song. United Airlines Royal Pacific Service, rededicated to giving you the service you deserve halfway around the world. Come fly the friendly skies.
This is CBS.
We built this business
to help insure your dreams,
built this business
to make you feel safe and secure.
We built this business to build your future.
ITT built these businesses into leaders. We built them by taking care of people.
We built this business. We built this business to build your dreams. Built this business.
Ah, trucks. Seems like everybody likes the look of a new truck. I guess it brings out the kid in all of us.
Get 7-9 financing for up to 48 months or $1,500 cash back on Bronco 2. Plus 7-9 financing for up to 48 months or $1,000 back on Ranger.
With commitment like this, no wonder you can trust your Metro Detroit Ford dealers. I wonder if they make this baby in bright red.
Jerome Duncan, Van Dyke, 17.5 mile. Huntington, Rochester, north of M59. Riverside, Jefferson, east of I-75. North Brothers, Ford Road, east of Wayne.
He's the king of late night. Arsenio on TV 2.
Lucas bats the ball away, keeps it alive, over for Warden. Lucas with a steal, Warden.
Walt Clyde Frazier. Frazier goes behind the back on Maravich, has the step, and beats him with the left hand.
NBA action has always been fantastic.
I say our cars are every bit as good as Japanese cars. You say, I'm from Missouri, prove it. Well, something just happened in California that shook even me. An independent testing company asked 100 Americans who would consider buying Japanese cars to compare a Dodge Spirit and Plymouth Acclaim to a Honda Accord. They drove them, made 33 separate comparisons,
An 83 out of 100 Judge Spirit acclaimed superior overall to Honda Accord. You wanted proof? You got proof.
I was all wrong. We belong together.
I know.
So let's get married.
Buy a big house.
Sure, we're gonna hit it big, kid. Stocks, bonds. We're on our way to Rainbow City.
In the movies, happy endings are easy, but in the real world, they take solid planning. So for investment advice, peace of mind, even buying or selling a home, come to the companies of the Prudential and build your future on the rock.
Fire's riding a 50-mile-an-hour wind. You're in a machine that's basically held together by 4 bolts, which is why evergreen helicopters are maintained by Craftsman power tools. Because when your life hangs by a collection of bolts and screws, you better be sure about the tools you tighten them with.
And now for Father's Day, this new Craftsman 3/8-inch variable speed drill with automatic chuck is only $39.98.
This NBA game summary is sponsored by Sears Craftsman. People who depend on tools depend on Craftsman.
Working to be the best they can be. Teammates, sponsored by the U.S. Army. Terry Porter, Clyde Drexler, and Buck Williams of the Portland Trailblazers form one of the NBA's most versatile trios. Porter's penetration unleashes Williams' inside strength, while Drexler uses uncommon agility to help out on defense. Flawlessly blending their varied abilities, teammates Terry Porter, Clyde Drexler, and Buck Williams work to be the best they can be.
According to a national survey, employers are looking for people who can handle heavy responsibilities. People with the ability to overcome obstacles, perform under pressure, and work well with others. Men and women with the pride and self-discipline it takes to reach new heights. Which is why some of the most successful people in the white-collar world start off green.
A summer off-road adventure. A teenage boy loses control.
Boy was gonna die if we did not get him out.
A life and death dilemma. Rescue 911 Tuesday.
What happened? The car just kind of...
Ask him. Cold filtered, never heat pasteurized. Miller Genuine Draft. For those who've discovered its real draft taste, the world is a very cool place. This is the mark of a great beer. The one beer that's cold filtered for real draft taste. Cold filtered Miller Genuine Draft.
Bo may know diddly, but Mr. Robinson knows Beethoven.
Jim's having a midlife crisis.
He left his spoon on the counter. Did you call 911?
And Murphy Brown's got the cure.
We'll throw in the roast.
Crown the Clown, Monday.
This is $5,000 for the baby. I'm embarrassed to be taking this. I mean, you could do something with it. Like what? Well, what's something you and Mom would enjoy? Like going on a cruise? If your mother and I want to do that, we'll do that. I can't pay this back. Pay it back by doing the same thing for your grandchild. Uh-oh. What's wrong? There's just 1 minute made left. I'll play you for it.
coffee.
Yeah. I got thirsty just watching you guys.
Minute Maid Orange, the orange, the official soft drink of the NBA.
It will surprise you on just how much car you're getting and how little you're getting from the Japanese car, which is something I never expected.
In an independent test, Plymouth Acclaim was picked over Honda Accord.
I really want to like an American car, and they've given me the opportunity to do so.
Meet the American that beat the Honda, Plymouth Acclaim. For overall superiority, it beat Honda Accord, and Acclaim cost $2,500 less. Now it's easy to own a winner with $750 cash back.
Mars leads with 33. Thomas and Johnson 21. The guards had it today for the Pistons, and Detroit has taken a 2-1 lead in the best-of-7 series. Right now, let's send you over to James Brown. JB?
All right, Dick, thank you very much. A lot was made about your poor shooting the last several games. Why weren't you concerned?
Because I felt like my shot was on. You know, it's difficult when you come off the bench and you get 4 shots, 6 shots. I'm a scorer. I'm not a shooter, so I need more time. I need more shots for me to be effective some nights. Some nights I can come up and hit the shots right away. Some nights it takes a little more time. But, you know, once I get into my rhythm, everything's fine.
Were they consciously looking for you today?
Today, definitely. When I first went in the game, they called like 4 plays in a row for me, and they helped me a great deal.
You guys have the home court back now.
Well, we felt like we can come up here and win, and we're not happy with just one, so look out.
All right. Congratulations on Vinnie Johnson. All right, let's go back to Pat O'Brien.
All right, JB, and so the jinx is over. October 19th, 1974 was the last time they won here. That's been changed now to June 10th, 1990. The Detroit Pistons took Portland out of the game. More importantly, they took this crowd out of the game. And now we have Game 4 on Tuesday night with Detroit going in with a lot of confidence and up a game. And so, for Dick Stockton, Hubie Brown, and James Brown, this is Pat O'Brien saying so long from Memorial Coliseum in Portland, where our final score is 121-106. The 1990 NBA Finals continue Tuesday night with Game 4 of the series between the Pistons and the Blazers. It all starts at 9 Eastern here on CBS.
CBS Sports coverage of Game 3 of the 1990 NBA Finals has been sponsored by Chrysler, Plymouth, Dodge, Jeep, and Eagle Dealers, where you get the advantage. John Hancock Financial Services, real life, real answers. And by Miller Genuine Draft, cold filtered for real draft taste, so tap into the cold.
The 1990 NBA Finals are a presentation of CBS Sports.